On the news tonight, wife of Anambra State Governor Mrs. Soludo gives succor to hospital, orphanage, home to mark birthday. Anambra State government scales up enforcement of environmental laws, cautions against indiscriminate dumping of refuse. Academic Staff Union of Universities extends industrial action by 4 weeks. First grain ship leaves Ukrainian port following deal with Russia. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening. Welcome to the evening news on EBS television. My name is Priska Wanko. As part of activities to mark her birthday, wife of the governor of Anambra State, Mrs. Nonye Soludo, has visited a hospital and an orphanage home in Oka to donate foodstuff and relief materials to them. Details and more on this report from here.
The governor's wife was accompanied by Governor Chukwuma Soludo, Deputy Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Dr. Pascal Abodike, Commissioner for Women and Social Affairs, Mrs. Ifio Binabo, and many others. They paid a visit to the Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University Teaching Hospital, Amakuoka, and later to Model Community Children's Home in Pitoka, which are run by the state government. The gesture for the first family was aimed at supporting the feeding of the children and the orphanage and patients in the hospital. Speaking during the visit, Governor Soludo renewed his government's commitment in strengthening the laws against child abuse and maltreatment, adding that the funds meant for the servicing of the orphanage will be sustained. The governor who was shown a boy maltreated and battered with sharp instruments said it is inhuman for a human being to treat a child that way, noting that every child deserves to be treated fairly with love and affection, and assuring that the state government will ensure that the law will continue to run its full course. He added that the government will continue to champion demonstration of compassion and thoughtfulness to make a positive difference in the well-being of children. Speaking earlier, the wife of the governor, Mrs. Soludo, said the donation was to show love to the recipients, noting that this year has been very eventful for her and her family, and observed that donations to orphanage homes and many other institutions that rely largely on support from the public may have dwindled drastically because of the economic crunch, and stressed the need to continuously show love to the needy. Those visited prayed for the well-being of the first family and the state. A private Thanksgiving Mass was earlier celebrated at the Governor's Lodge, Amobia, to commemorate the day.
Anambra State Ministry of Environment stormed the Koka to enforce the state environmental law as the state observed the July edition of the monthly compulsory sanitation exercise. The State Commissioner for Environment, Engineer Felix Sadimewu, alongside some members of the State Executive Council, market leaders, civil society organizations, security operatives and other stakeholders went round the state to monitor compliance and also to say enough is enough on indiscriminate dumping of refuse. Chibuzo Obidike filed a report taken from here.
Defaulters were also tried for non-compliance to the environmental law. At the popular Ekoka market, it was observed that all shops were under lock and key. Traders at the market were also involved in ensuring that their surroundings were kept clean. The Ekoka market, previously known for indiscriminate dumping of waste and unauthorized parking of vehicles, turned a new leaf during the sanitation exercise. The managing director of Anambra State Waste Management Agency, Mr. Mike Ozemena, in his speech, announced that the agency will station its task force along all markets to ensure sustainability and orderliness in waste management, wondering why people will use refuse as flowers, and asked all stakeholders to show interest as well as lead the campaign for a better society. The national president of Anambra State Association of Town Unions, ASATU, Barrister Titus Abudo, who emphasized that the first assessment of a city is the cleanliness of the environment, said that the town union will follow the example set by Professor Soludo in ensuring that the desired state is achieved, even as he assured that the sanitation exercise will always start from the communities.
That cleanliness is next to godliness. And our governor is a governor that lives by example. The first thing you observe about a city, or your first assessment about a city, is how clean the environment is. So our governor, Professor Charles Soludo, Mr. Governor of Anambra State, wants to set the example of what we normally see on television or how we see it at the, on the other side of the world, the Western world. It's very necessary to emulate that, partnering with Asmata and Aswama, and we're also giving our governor full support to make sure he succeeds. Anambra must succeed. Anambra must be clean. We all partner in it.
The Transition Committee Chairman for Awka South Council Area, Mr. Thank-God Aniago, promised that under his watch, the council area will sustain all directives for the improvement of the environment.
History was made at the country home of the President General of Umueri Community, Chief Johnny Mechie, as the International Association of World Peace Advocates installed him as the African Director of the association to function in the entire 54 Africa countries to promote sustainable peace and social justice. The association also conferred on him the award of International Eminent Peace Ambassador. Emmanuel Chibota takes the story from here.
Following the installment of Chief Mechie as Africa Director of the association, which will project the community on the global map, was quite symbolic for the people of Umueri as they converge in their numbers to celebrate their President General, which also attracted the community's royal father and other stakeholders. The event featured a series of presentations and decorations on him, including International Justice of Peace Apron, gold medals, certificates, 400 verses that contain peace in the Holy Bible, while he was inducted into the association's Hall of Fame. The event also marked the flag-off of United Nations Plan of Action to safeguard religious sites in southeast Nigeria. Chief Mechie also decorated his wife with World Peace Apron, gold medals, identity cards and crests. In his speech, the World Peace President of the association, Ambassador Pa Staffson, said the awards and appointments spoke volume of his humanitarian activities in his community and Anambra, and described him as a man of many parts whose activities of promoting peace and engaging his community in various dialogue were in line with the promotion of United Nations Sustainable Development Goals.
When you look at a person like him and you see what he has done for his people and what he's doing in his town, village, you deserve it. Because it shows that people that have the will to help will also be able to create peace, to follow our GD development goals from the United Nations, which is very important. So that's why he deserves it very much.
We have discovered that the world needs peace more than they need any other thing. After the end of World War II, they found out that there is need for peace. We will not relent efforts in preaching and talking peace.
We need unity in Anambra State. We need peace and unity in our locality. We need peace and unity in our homes. So peace is very important. My word of encouragement is that as he has spent his money to accept this award and also to buy this vehicle, that God will replenish him. We will continually be praying for him.
Responding, Chief Mechie and wife Linda thanked the association for the honor bestowed on them and pledged their commitments to promoting peace in all parts of the nation and continent.
I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to the International Association of World Peace Advocates, United Nations, for this honor bestowed on me as the eminent ambassador and director of Africa. To you, Mr. President, and all the representatives of International Association of World Peace Advocates, I say thank you for all the support.
Other members of the World Peace Advocates at the event, including the Mama Diaspora, Amina Temitope Ajayi, the Public Relations Officer of the association, Emmanuel Okeke, the Chief Organizing Officer, Emeka Okano, and Richard Okere, said Chief Mechie deserved every honor he got. High point of the event was the hoisting of 6 flags in Chief Mechie's premises to justify his international position as a global diplomat and presentation of official car to carry out world peace activities in Nigeria. Chief Mechie is by his appointment expected to carry out his first international assignment in Cameroon, where he is to decorate the Central Africa Coordinator on 6th August 2022. Emmanuel Chibata reporting for ABS News.
About 80 youths from Aguleri community, Anambra East Council area, have been trained and empowered by one of their illustrious sons, Chief Ignatius Anewuka of Ifite Aguleri. They were empowered with sets of computer repair equipment, complete set of sewing machines and other gadgets that would help them alleviate poverty and improve standards of living in their families. Amaka Chibuzo Ukwe has the details.
The training and empowerment program were part of activities marking the benefactor's 50th birthday. Before they were empowered, they were trained on repairs and unlocking of mobile phones, servicing, flashing, unlocking and downloads, as well as other skills that has to do with mobile phones. Addressing the graduates of the training, the special advisor to Governor Chukwuma Soludo on Youth Empowerment Program, Dr. Nelson Omenua, extolled the benefactor Chief Anewuka for sponsoring the training and equipping the youths with the gadgets to start making money for themselves, while assuring that his office will follow up on beneficiaries to ensure performance evaluation and sustainability. Dr. Omenua encouraged the beneficiaries to contribute to the society by training at least another youth while calling on high net worth individuals in the state to adopt and empower a youth in their respective communities, as investment in human capital development is critical to the security of lives and properties. The benefactor, Chief Anewuka, a mobile phone dealer based in Lagos but with branches in many states, explained that the aim of the program was to take the youths away from every form of get-rich-quick syndrome and other social vices that may mar their future and introduce them to make wealth through decent means. He said that through the empowerment, he was trying to give back to the society, starting from his immediate home to see that the youths of his community become self-reliant. Mr. Anewuka encouraged the beneficiaries to put in more efforts in all the training garnered to boost their business so as to prosper and never fall back to their families while they run away from all social vices that can mar their future.
I think the best one can do is to give back to society. Everything I have today, it was from the society. And you start from your immediate home. That's why I started here. Giving is actually kind of knowledge. I want them to prosper. I want them to reduce, if this is something people know that are if at the end of the day we have about 13 or 25 that will be able to feed their family and become human beings from that, is very important. I will be very grateful.
The empowerment and the investment is doing is a kind of bringing the youth to where they ought to be. Because ordinarily, the youth of these days are deviating seriously. And what it's doing is teaching them, for them to know that there's a dignity in them. That when you walk, you grow gradually. Because this is a trend of making money twofold is becoming very, very annoying.
In their good doing messages, Barrister Ifeanyi Ilo Akasia, Barrister Francis Okeke, and National Vice President, Aguleri National Youth Forum, Mr. Emeka Chinwoba, said they were elated by Chief Anewuka's gesture, which they noted would help secure the future for their youth. Others who spoke were the President General of Ifite Aguleri, Mr. Fidelis Ndigwe, and the trainer of the beneficiaries, Mr. Desmond Olikenyi, who said they will also monitor to ensure the beneficiaries do not sell or use it for other motives. While appreciating their benefactor, Mr. Chukwunonsonweku, on behalf of all the beneficiaries, said they never dreamt of having it so good, but God, through their brother, has put smiles on their faces, praying God to replenish him abundantly. Reverend Father Damian Obi later prayed and blessed the equipment while cutting of birthday cake, presentation of certificates, and handover of the equipment to to the beneficiaries featured at the event. From Ifite Aguleri Hall, Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
Still to come on the news tonight. Academic Staff Union of Universities extends industrial action by 4 weeks. First grain ship leaves Ukrainian port following deal with Russia. Note, here is this special message. The Anambra cannot allow criminal elements to hold the state and the people to ransom. Donate generously to the Anambra State Security Trust Fund, which has been set up to raise money for combating insecurity in the state. The news returns after this timeout. Stay tuned.
Traveling? You deserve the absolute best. Enjoy maximum comfort in our new buses with more legroom, reclinable seats, onboard entertainment, and much more. Pick your preferred seat. Choose your preferred schedule. Travel on your terms. Ready for a premium ride driven by the best captains out there? Book now.
So you gotta have a smile, no matter what it takes. Gotta take Pure Bliss now. I love the way it tastes. Feel the Pure Bliss buzz from the toast to your face. Gotta take Pure Bliss now. Feel the bliss today.
Light up your day anywhere, even at home, with the rich, creamy taste of Pure Bliss.
You're welcome back to the news. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has extended a prolonged industrial action embarked upon over 5 months ago by another 4 weeks. Recall that a striking lecturers shut down public universities on February 14, 2022. Following the inability of the federal government to implement a memorandum of action entered by the two parties in 2020. National President of ASU, Professor Emmanuel Osodeke, in a statement, said the decision to further extend the strike was to enable the FG satisfactorily resolve all the astounding issues raised. The development was sequel to an emergency meeting of the National Executive Council of the Union held at the Comrade Festus Yayi National Secretariat, University of Abuja. The first ship carrying grain has left a Ukrainian port under a landmark deal with Russia. Turkish and Ukrainian officials said the ship left the southern port of Odessa early today. Russia has been blockading Ukrainian ports since February, but the two sides agreed to a deal to resume shipments. It is hoped that the agreement will ease the global food crisis and lower the price of grain. Turkey said a Sierra Leone flagged vessel, the Razoni, would dock at the port of Tripoli in Lebanon, adding the further shipments were planned over the coming weeks. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres welcomed the departure of the ship and hailed Turkey for its role in working to implement the agreement. And now to the world of sports. Athletics Federation of Nigeria President Tinubu Okowa says the next set of stars to represent Nigeria at future global championships and games will be unearthed at the World Under-20 Athletics Championship, which has begun in Cali, Colombia. Okowa said the World Under-20 Championships have become the breeding ground for them, and most of their top stars have always graduated from the championships to become top athletes in the world. He added that last year they had an impressive outing at the Under-20 Championships in Nairobi, where they achieved an unprecedented feat, noting that some of the athletes have now grown to become top stars and Nigeria's national record holders. The final burial rites of late Chief Christian Okolo Maduka have been completed at his family compound, Umuzocha Village, Oka South local government area of Anambra State. The late Chief Maduka, popularly known as the Ezugo, died at the age of 113. Before his death, was the oldest person in Amacha, Lanato, Oka, and Ifitoka. He was also the oldest Ajalija title holder in Oka before his death. Blessing Dennis has the details.
The late Chief Maduka died on 4th October 2021 and was buried on 8th October 2021 according to his wishes. Some of his friends, relations, in-laws and well-wishers from all walks of life who spoke to the ABS on the life of the late Chief Madoka eulogized him as a man who lived a worthy life on earth. His grandson, Mr. Ikechukwu Madoka, described his grandfather as an icon, a loving father, a peacemaker, and said that he lived a saintly life while on earth.
To me, even I am American, because every one of us is almost motivated me. Because it's born in a village. That age, you know, 130 years. In now, no 130 years gone. Almost no one can touch our community. When I chukuna biyo gazi chineke wotelie chineke wopelie no touch ala last year no loba onya ka touch oka nile.
The Vice Chairman, Umuzocha Development Union, UDU, Mr. Uchendu Anayo, said the late Okolo Madoka was an epitome of love, full of wisdom, humility, and was industrious, and he prayed God to accept his soul.
Okolo Madoka, papa you make it with the 7 villages. All the man to challenge. So I wasn't saying why would you do you? I know today. Why really a gulu or go be more over Ketoke ma. Kind of be mad naked and kind. Or by the Benicia today. Manatu hope to the Colum Marica. Capital water now. Ego have everything. No way will you tune a muddy or two will take anyone. Or have you ever Mutanako Kolo today?
Earlier in a sermon during the burial service, an Anglican priest, Reverend Eliezer Okere of Holy Trinity Church, Oka, explained that the best life one can live is the life of impact and blessing to people around, and described the late Chief Madoka as one who through his journey on earth lived a life worthy of emulation.
The whole of Oka. And when Amara carried Amara, and when a grace carried this type of grace, Managini carried the Makoloya. Now, no look at Kaiju Witch attack or the game horse. Today, the vocal guitar was in the window or both from the world.
Immediate family members, relations, in-laws, and well-wishers used the opportunity to pay condolences to the deceased family. From Umuzocha village, Oka, in Oka South local government area, I am Blessing Dennis reporting for ABS News.
Remember, you can follow news and program at ABS and many part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television or follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also like our Facebook page on ABS Radio Television or log on to our website. It's www.absradiotv.com. To end the news this evening, a recap of the main points. Wife of Anambra State Governor Mrs. Soludo has given succor to hospital orphanage home to mark birthday. Anambra State government has scaled up enforcement of environmental laws, cautioned against indiscriminate dumping of refuse. Academic Staff Union of Universities has extended industrial action by 4 weeks. First grain ship has left Ukrainian port following deal with Russia. Here is the special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround and maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that ends the evening news at this time on ABS Television. Thanks for watching. My name is Priska Wanko. Good evening and have a wonderful night rest.